Welcome to the quiet part of the internet, where the noise fades and your breath slows. Here you'll find hypnotic stories, whispered truths, and soft pathways back to yourself. Let my voice guide you into calm, into stillness, into the stories that remember you, because sometimes all you need is a moment and a voice that speaks gently to your soul. So take a breath in with me now. In, slow, and deep. And exhale, letting the tension go, just for now. Let your jaw relax. Let your shoulders soften. And allow your thoughts to drift like clouds through a quiet sky. You don't need to do anything here. Just listen. Just be. And when you're ready, we'll begin the story. A story meant just for you. The Ember That Stayed. A hypnotic story for those who are exhausted but still carrying a spark. There was a time when Nora used to wake up before her alarm, when mornings tasted like possibility, and the sun rose for her. She used to hum when making coffee, used to take her time tying her shoes, used to walk to work just for the air and the sky. But something shifted. Not all at once, but like the dimming of a light you didn't know was fading. Until one day you look up and the world is just gray. Now her alarm startles her out of her shallow sleep. Her body feels heavier, her breath thinner. Her inbox waits like a hungry beast, and her mind, once sharp and eager, feels frayed, like pages that have been turned too many times. She answers emails without reading them, smiles without meaning it, pushes through lunch, through aches, through evenings that should have been hers. Burnout doesn't always come with fire. Sometimes it's the absence of it. And that's where she found herself. Until the night she couldn't sleep, not from stress, but from stillness. The work was done, the house was quiet, but something inside her refused to rest. So she got up without thinking and walked. Out the door, down the street, past the rows of houses, holding their breath in the dark. And then she saw it. A forest. Not the kind that you find on a map, but one that rises when you need it most. It didn't ask questions, didn't offer solutions. It simply opened, and Nora entered. The path was soft beneath her feet, moss and pine and memory. She walked without purpose, and it felt like the first true thing she had done in months. The air here didn't rush her. It held her. Time slowed. Her shoulders softened. Her thoughts, usually loud and restless, began to whisper. She came to a clearing, and at its center was a fire. Small, steady, and glowing. No wood, no smoke, just flame, alive, against all odds. She sat by it, and for a long time, she just stared. The fire didn't speak, but it said everything. That this warmth still lived inside her, that no matter how thin she had been stretched, There was something inside her that never gave up. Not the drive, not the ambition, but the spark beneath it all. The part of her that wanted to create, not just perform, to feel, not just function, to live, not just survive. And in that moment, she wept. Not out of sadness, but out of relief, because she hadn't known it was still there, that ember. But it was. It had never left. It had waited patiently until she stopped long enough to see it. And now, she knew. It wasn't about quitting everything. It wasn't about burning down the life she had built. It was about coming back to the center of it, to the fire, to herself. She stayed until dawn. The forest faded with the first light, but the ember, she carried it home. Inside her chest, a promise, a truth. She still had light. She still had breath. She still had time. And she was not burned out. She was simply ready to begin again. Hypnotic induction, the Ember That Stayed. Close your eyes and let the day begin to fall away. The tension in your shoulders, the static in your mind, the invisible weight you've been carrying for far too long. Let it all soften. Take a deep breath in, hold it, and now release it. Feel the ground beneath you. Feel your body supported. There's nothing you need to do right now. No one to become. No problem to solve. Just be. Now imagine this. You're walking beneath the quiet sky. The stars have just begun to bloom, soft and silver overhead. And around you, a gentle forest stretches like a hush across the sky. You don't know how you got here, but your feet feel certain, like they've walked this path before. The air is cool, crisp, laced with the scent of pine and earth and distant rain. And up ahead, you see a soft glow, a clearing, and in its center, a fire. But not a roaring blaze, not something wild or consuming. Just an ember, steady, floating gently above the ground, like a heart still beating. You step closer, and as you sit beside it, you feel something inside you exhale. This fire does not ask you to perform, to produce, to prove. It simply welcomes you as you are. You stare at its glow, and slowly you begin to remember. that even though you've been tired, even though your energy has drained, and your joy buried under the endless list of expectations, there is still a spark inside you. Small, quiet, but very much alive. You don't need to fix everything tonight. You don't need to restart the world. Just sit here with the ember. Let its warmth reach you. Let it melt the stress from your shoulders. Let it settle your thoughts. And fill your breath with softness again. You may feel something now, a flicker, a pulse, a gentle yes. This is your center, your fire, the part of you that cannot burn out, only be buried. And now it's waking up. So rest here. Let your body sink. Let your heart open. Let the fire inside you whisper, you are not broken. You are not tired. And you are healing. And tomorrow, you carry that ember with you, not to light the world, but to light yourself from the inside out. The key meanings and emotional themes of The Ember That Stayed, a story designed to tenderly explore burnout and the quiet resilience underneath it. Number 1. Burnout is not emptiness, it's exhaustion from overgiving. Nora isn't lazy or broken. She's been overextending, pouring from a cup that's been empty for too long. The story highlights burnout isn't failure. It's natural response to chronic overwhelm without rest or meaning. Number 2, the forest as a symbol of inner wisdom. The mystical forest represents Nora's subconscious, a safe, sacred place beyond logic and noise. Her choice to walk into it at night symbolizes her turning inward, seeking truth instead of more task. Number 3, the ember as inner resilience. The small floating ember is the core self, a steady, quiet flame that never fully dies out, even when everything else feels numb. It symbolizes the idea that our spark doesn't disappear, it waits. Number 4, healing comes through stillness, not more hustle. The story gently rejects the idea of fixing oneself through productivity. Instead, it shows that healing begins when you sit, rest, and listen, letting yourself be rather than do. Number 5, renewal doesn't require a drastic reset. Nora doesn't burn her life down, she simply reconnects with her essence. The story reminds us that growth can begin quietly, from the smallest act of self-compassion, and build it from there. Number 6, you are still here. The closing truth, she is not burned out, she is ready to begin again. It reframes burnout not as an ending, but as a turning point back towards your wholeness. You've done beautifully. By simply listening, you've given yourself the gift of stillness, a presence, of healing. And maybe something inside you has shifted, subtly, gently, like a curtain parting to reveal just a little bit more light. If this story brought you peace, clarity, or a moment of rest, know that there's more waiting for you here. I'd love for you to subscribe so you can return whenever you need a soft place to land. For now, let the feeling stay with you. Let the story echo through the quiet, and return anytime you're ready to listen. Until next time, be well.